So today we're going to be making a mix that I actually created. It's called the chicken, bacon and spinach. So what we need is we need 1 chicken breast, we need some crispy bacon, which I have already prepared, and we also need some fresh spinach, which we have here. So this is going to take me, probably will take you about 3 to 4 minutes to make together. So I'm going to show you guys step by step how to make the dish. Whilst I'm assembling this mix together, I'm going to answer some of your burning Love Island questions. I know everyone wants to know about it, so I'm going to try and do my best for the ones you've sent in to answer them. So make sure to keep listening. So we're going to get a bowl to mix them in, put that just down there. And now we're going to want to dice up the chicken breast, which I already cooked at home, by the way. So I'm just going to dice that up into just like square cubes. That's probably the best way to put the mix in. I actually would do another reality show. There has been a few in the pipeline. A few fell through because of coronavirus. So I'm just waiting around to get the right one. I wouldn't just take up any reality show. There is a bunch out there. A lot of dating ones, which obviously I'm not interested in right now. But yeah, I think if the right thing comes up, maybe if there was like a sandwich show. There was a show strictly based on people judging other celebrities on how to make sandwiches and who's the best. I feel like it'd be a no-brainer for me to do that, right? So, on Love Island, we had a breakfast, which is what we kind of made ourselves. So we had our own kind of breakfast, toast, simple things, and lunchtime we had like a catering company. So they would come in and they would set up tables. Guys and girls were split on that, and we would, at the start it was burgers, chips, with this tiny option of salad. However, obviously you're trying to stay trim, you're in the sun, so I was just eating salad the whole time. I was eating literally just lettuce and chicken to try and stay slim and look good on camera, because you are always thinking there are cameras, so. But yeah, so we'd have that at lunchtime, and then dinner, we would have like options of pasta and yeah, loads of meats and stuff. It was, but again, this is, you get your lunch break and your dinner break where nothing's recorded. Right, so I'm going to add the chunks into the bowl now. So these are all the chicken pieces. Not too fine, but like just enough so they can fit inside of a sandwich. So let's add them in. Do you know what it is? I think you can never really prepare yourself for what a reality TV show is going to be like. So I had no idea going in. I've never done one before. So I was just I was excited. I was nervous. I couldn't wait to do it. So by the time I got to it, I guess I wasn't thinking as much. So no, it was incredibly fun. It was definitely a once in a lifetime experience. However, it did take me by surprise. It was very, very challenging, physically and mentally. And I think that's something I wasn't prepared for. I like to think I'm quite a tough person. It's almost like you've been thrown in the deep end. But I was only in there for like 2.5 weeks, luckily. So yeah, it was definitely a once in a lifetime experience. I always describe it as that, but it's true. Only people who've been on the show understand what truly happens and what it feels like to go on it. Right, so now, this is my crispy bacon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this up as fine as you can. Don't get upset if you can't chop it too fine, but what I'm going to try and do is, because it's crispy, it kind of falls off anyway. So I'm just going to chop this down like this. This knife is super sharp, so I'm just not going to make sure I keep my eyes on the ball the whole time. That's that. I can't believe I'm actually going to give away this recipe. I've saved this recipe. This is such a simple recipe, but I've saved this forever. And I said I was never going to tell anyone how to do it. So feel lucky. Feel lucky that I'm just showing you guys this recipe. Because this is my secret recipe. Best tips to apply for Love Island. Just be yourself. I know that sounds so simple, but it's true. Because you are filmed 24 hours, 7 days a week. So your true side of you will show regardless. So you might as well just stay true to yourself. Be fun, be vibrant, exciting. Yeah, just stay true to yourself, because that's all you can do at the end of the day. And if it's not enough, then it's not enough. But as I've said, when you get on the show, you have to be yourself anyway. So yeah, just stay true to yourself throughout the interviewing process, and fingers crossed you get in. And if you do, good luck and go smash it. Right, so I'm just gonna add the chopped up pieces of bacon into the mix now. So I have just washed the spinach, which is important because not enough people do that. So make sure to always wash your spinach. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the bowl. I'm going to try and drain it as much as I can in the bowl. So it doesn't want it to be like too watery, otherwise your mix will be quite wet, and that's not what we're kind of going for right here. Right, so I'm going to take that out. Just put that to the side. I'm going to dice up the spinach. This is going to take a little bit of time, but it is important to make sure you get the spinach nice and fine. I don't like thick pieces of spinach, and I'm pretty sure no one else does. So dice this up nice and fine. My funniest memory with Anton, we had so many. Do you know, I actually wouldn't have spent lockdown with him. I spent 3 weeks with him in Scotland. So when quarantine was first kind of spoke of at the start in England, I was already going to Anton's anyway. We was meeting up. We were supposed to go to Miami. Obviously, that didn't happen because of coronavirus and everything kind of closing down. So I went to Scotland to stay with him for 3 weeks, and it was just hilarious. It was almost like we was back in the house, just kind of living together, cooking together, training together, whatever it was. Yeah, man, it was so fun. I've had too many good memories. Some can't really mention on here, but yeah, we've had some amazing times together. I've diced up this as much as I finally can. You don't want to put too much spinach into the mix because you don't want it to be dominant. You want it all to kind of be as equal as it can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the mix here. Right, so guys, I'm going to change the bowls just so you can see while I mix. So we have got the spinach, the crispy bacon, and the chicken pieces in here. I'm just going to pour that in there. And now this is when you're going to want to get a little bit hands-on with it. I'm going to mix up in the bowl here. Again, as I said, hands-on. Feel free to just get in as dirty as you can. Right, so that's the mixture there. Now, this is the key point. We're obviously going to add the mayonnaise, but before we do that, we're going to add our salt and pepper. So you're going to want to add a fair bit of salt into that. So that's that done. You're going to want to add your grounded black pepper. Now, this is the last touch. So I used 1 piece of chicken breast, and now I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar. Now, it sounds weird, but trust me, it works. Just 1 teaspoon of sugar with every chicken breast you put in. Now, pull that over, take that out. Another golden teaspoon, which is awesome. And then just sprinkle that over like that. So I'm adding some mayonnaise now into the mix. So just chuck that down in there. Yeah, do you know what? I still see you on it. I see Anton all the time. And I also see you all the time. We film a lot of YouTube stuff together. She's not my best mate, so yeah, we see each other a lot. Obviously, it's been hard. I've been traveling around a lot, so I haven't been back home for a little while. But I can't wait to get back. I'm supposed to be going back soon, and I can't wait to get back to go and see her again. Right, so I'm gonna mix this around now in the bowl. And then it should start almost forming together a little bit with the mayonnaise. It's actually coming out kind of good. I don't know why I doubted my sandwich skills here. So just gonna mix that around a little bit more, make sure it's every single bit of it's got in. You don't want it to be too thick, too much mayonnaise, because you want it to almost have that fresh taste still. You don't want to kill it too much of the mayonnaise. But yeah, so that is the mix, guys. Now, an important part to any sandwich maker is his choice of bread. So with this, I would always go with a brown seeded loaf. That happened, guys. It did happen once. We got back together after she come out the show, and then obviously it didn't work out. So, but hey, we're both moved on now, so still wish her all the best, and yeah, we're both doing different things now. Right, so I'm gonna add the butter to the butter. How would I say butter? Because we always get, English people always get mocked for that. Butter. So I'm gonna add that down now. Again, don't want to kill it too much of the butter. Nice and simple. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna give yourself a healthy helping of the sandwich mix down there. Right, so now you almost want to pack out the middle of it a bit more, because that's obviously where you're going to be dicing down the middle. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of iceberg lettuce, just to give that extra bit of freshness and just to fill it up a little bit more. So that should be enough. I'm just going to dice that now. I love iceberg lettuce. I use it in everything. I know it's simple. I know it's basically just water, but it really does add to the sandwich mix. I'm just gonna put that down there, just like that. Oh, the pressure is definitely on you. For me, obviously the girls get it way worse, but we used to get a call that we had probably an hour or 2 to get ready. Now an hour or 2, that is my limit. I need at least an hour to get ready. Do you know how hard this hair is to do every single day? It's exhausting. So I need at least an hour, but girls need at least 2-3 hours, so it must have been really hard for them. But yeah, the pressure is definitely on you, and you definitely want to make sure you look your best at all times, which is incredibly hard considering you're filmed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I guess you kind of get used to it after a little while. Did I ever get used to a camera following me every day? Do you know what the thing was? At the end of the pool, there is this one camera that just follows you up and down the pool, and that's the only camera I used to really like think about, because I get in the pool and I'd be like, get in, all shorts and that, like making sure my body looks good. And then the camera comes past and you're like, oh God, was I tensing hard enough? Was I looking pretty enough? And that was the only time I used to think about it. Other than that, the kind of other cameras are dotted around, so you don't really know. You kind of forget they're there, but there was this one at the end of the pool, up and down. I definitely remembered that one. The last touch here, put the bread on top. So as I always say, you get a rib knife, pressure down either side, and you're just gonna leave the space in the middle for it to be like that. And you should cut down the middle there. So I'm just gonna get a plate and I'm gonna plate it on here. That is your chicken, bacon and spinach Joe special. Biggest perk of being a reality star. Oh, there is so many amazing things. But do you know what? For me, it's actually meeting people every day. I mean, like, obviously people come up to you and speak to you and ask you questions about the show and what you're up to now. And I just love meeting new people. That sounds really weird, but I really enjoy meeting new people. I talk a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I talk a lot. And therefore, I need a lot of people to talk to. So when I meet new people every day, it's a nice way for me to engage and just meet new people and new walks of life, new experiences, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the main thing for me. I mean, the free clothes are obviously cool too. The main thing for me is definitely meeting new people. So this is the ultimate taste test. I'm gonna start doing this thing. I'm gonna start rating them out of 10. Now, considering this is my special, I really hope it tastes good. I'm kind of worried. So let's get into it. We had that like delayed effect, where it hits you a little bit after. Oh, listen, that's a 10 out of 10. I'm not even arguing about it. That's a 10 out of 10. Not only because I invented it, but because it just tastes amazing. So make sure to try this one at home. Use all the measurements and stuff I've told you about, and I really hope you enjoy it because this is my most famous sandwich in my opinion. So this is the Joe special. That is a Joe special right there, guys. So I hope you like it. Please try it at home. Let me know what you think. Make sure to message me, and also tune in on the next episode where we'll be doing more sandwich talks, more tips, and more questions from you guys. Take care.